All right, here is a Kadota that I fig popped, and there's the roots that are in it. You can see towards the bottom, it's completely dry, totally dry. Here it's a little bit wet, but the roots that are coming up along the edge of it, there's some browner. These roots don't look the best because they're the spindly, thin type. You want to have a good thick, kind of like that one is a little bit thicker. But these little spindly parts, it's not the best. At least that's what I've heard and read. Now I'm going to up pot this one because the leaf was starting to fall over and it looked very, very dry in here. So I'm gonna up pot it into here. Here's my mix. This is just rice hulls, perlite, and cocoa core. Putting a little bit in the bottom. I cut it open. It's starting to fall apart. So it's very dry. And I'm going to put it in here, compact it, and then water it really, really well so that I know it's not a water issue. There is still some growth that's coming onto the edge there, if you can see that. So that is a good sign. It's still alive, still viable, but I think it's just too dry of a condition. And I think this might be because I had the temperature just a little bit too high for it. So, hey, there's some gnats. All right, anyways, let's see if I can, I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but I'll just up pot it to here. Here's a C188, has some good growth. A couple of leaves and the center right there, doing okay, getting a little bit of growth on the corner there, but the root structure is looking really nice, actually. This was fig popped February 1st. It is currently February 27th. So here we are 3 weeks later, and I'm going to up pot this because it has some good growth. It'll probably get stunted, but there's some brown roots that are coming in every once in a while. There's a Capra fig from the Fig Hunters. So I'm gonna remove this carefully and place it in this little, I don't know, I think it's a 1 gallon bucket, maybe 2, and see how it grows. Hey, Lucky. All right, here, it just kind of fell apart. You smelling it? You smelling it? It smells pretty good, huh? Good girl. You can see that it fell apart and there's roots that are coming off to the side, but there's the same stuff that I put in there. I'm just gonna lightly put it around. You can see that there's not much growth on the rest of the fig tree, and I don't want to disturb it too much, but because it all fell apart, this is very, very light in terms of the medium. Oh, there's also vermiculite in there. That's the shiny stuff. So I'm just gonna take this in there, and then I'll take it outside, and I'm gonna water it pretty good. Little rocks in there. Tap it down just a little bit, and then I'll water it in. That's basically it. Hopefully this one will survive. If not, that's fine. I've got a boatload of these, but just gonna compact it a little bit more. Hopefully that doesn't disturb the roots too much. But I found that if you compress the soil, it will actually do much better than if you leave it light and fluffy. And the growth rate on a lot of these has been pretty darn good because I've compressed the soil. The downside with compressing the soil is possibly watering too much. So you don't want to water too much if you have the soil compressed, but that should be good enough. I'll give you an update a little bit later on it after I put a label on here.